Hi folks, Rick here. It's Green Day. Alright, well today is Wednesday. Fox Valley Off-Road Park is open. The sun is out nice and bright. It's going to be in the 50s today. I had to take off work and come out and go riding there. This is just one of those freak weather days where you got to come out and get them while you can. My blue race bike. I'm taking the green dirt bike out today, which is one of the reasons I got it, because the blue dirt bike or the blue race bike there, it's in for annual maintenance there. So I go through a pretty rigorous annual maintenance program on it. You can see a video at the link above. You can also download a checklist, which I go through. The checklist is pretty universal. It's done for an ATV, but it's easily adaptable to really anything you're working on there. But I basically, aside from repairs and servicing and stuff like that, I really go through top to bottom, front to back. Anything I can get my eyes on, a wrench on, or touch, I try to inspect, take apart, service, and make sure it's 100%. If it's not, then I get it replaced. So it's absolutely critical that if you race your bike and you like to race for championships, which I like to do, it's imperative there that your bike is running for every single race. It has to finish every race, and you've got to finish in good position, which is not easy to do, especially in how rough things are. And so last year I had no issues at all. And so I want to make sure I keep that trend up. Helps me be very consistent. So this year here, I raced the Crossroad Racing Series. This was the first time I raced them. Right now, the last race was a few weeks back. In points, I'm physically in second place in my class. However, this I think I'm like 4 or 5 off from first place. We were neck and neck for a while, and the last couple of races there, I just couldn't keep up with the guys. So just missed out at first, so I'm in second. But this race series here does something a little different. They actually allow you to drop 2 races. We only raced 8, and they allow you to drop 2, which that completely changes the whole dynamic of championships. But anyway, it looks like from a math standpoint that the guy that's down in third place might actually end up being the winner. And then the first place guy and myself will all get bumped down. So I'll have to wait for the official results on that. But, third place, if that's what I get in class, that is actually a fantastic finish for me. I'll be stoked if I get that. So it was a good season last year, and, this was just a terrible year. So I don't know what next year, how that's going to be. We'll have to see how the schedules work out, and we'll see how that plays there. Also thinking about maybe taking the dirt bike out for a few races as well. So today, I'm taking the green one out to Fox Valley to do some practicing and dial in the suspension there. So this KX450 I got is, doesn't have a lot of hours on it. I think it had a little over 60 or something like that on it. It's a 2013. Looks to be in pretty good shape. It's been running really good. But it's a full-on motocross bike. I would think that probably one of the owners probably raced it in motocross. It's got a few upgrades to the darn thing. But a motocross bike, especially one like this, kind of sucks for general off-roading and trail riding and that kind of stuff, which is what I got it for. So I'm in the process here of really kind of making some changes to it to make it a lot more better and a lot more rideable bike there. So I got a video series I just kicked off. It's going to have probably half a dozen, maybe 8 videos associated with it. I'm just getting started on it, but it's really converting this here particular motocross bike into an off-road bike. You can check that series out. It's got like a checklist in there as well, and you can download that there. If you got the same problem. But one of the problems here with these motocross bikes here, they're set up for motocross, and the suspension was absolutely terrible. So we'll have to see here how that goes. I've been working on it myself. If you take it and send it off to a professional, it'll come back in good shape, maybe a tweak or two, and you're good to go. If you're going to do stuff yourself, try to dial in your suspension yourself, it's all about putting in the hours. You got to go out there. I'm not a suspension expert at all, so it's a lot of trial and error, but you go out, you go riding, you make an adjustment. Is it better, is it not? I'll have some video on some of the things I've done here on this suspension coming out here in the coming weeks as well. But that's what I'm out here doing. I'm tweaking the suspension on it. It's really night and day difference from when I bought it. First couple of rides there, it just tore up my wrist. It actually impacted one of my races there on it. My wrists were so bad I was having a hard time hanging on the bike the last couple of laps there. But that issue's kind of gone now. Suspension's working pretty darn good. Still, it's not revalved or nothing like that, so there's only so much you can do to the bike, but I made some substantial improvements, and there's a few more things here I got to do. And I'm just trying to get as much hours on this thing before the winter comes in and I can't ride any longer there to kind of assess what it's doing. So, you know, it's going to probably need a top in. I don't know when the last time that was done, so I'll be doing that and be inspecting the clutch. Probably just put a new clutch in there, make sure that's in good shape. And then, you know, come out next year, we'll see how it goes there. I'll have a second bike to go out and screw around on, which is nice, so I ain't got to put as much pressure on my race bike all the time. When I get that thing all prepped and ready to go, taking it out and screwing around with it on the practice track there, it's kind of dicey. If something breaks, you don't got time to fix it, so this will take the pressure off that. And again, we'll see how next year goes. Maybe I'll pull off a race or two on this. Kind of got my eyes on some GP racing. We got some nice GP races out here, which is kind of a cross between motocross and hare scramble. It's a little bit different format. It's kind of fun, but we'll see what that goes. But today, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this nice day. You just think we just haven't had many of these throughout the year, and to pull one off in November, it's just rare. So taking the day off, hopefully being a Wednesday, it's not going to be a zoo. Last time I was out here at Fox Valley, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was on a Saturday, I believe. It happened to be 70 degrees on that day, another kind of a freak day. But there were so many people there. I've never seen so many people there. I mean, it was more people than like a doubleheader race weekend. Literally like an ant farm. And so that made it a little bit dicey to really do anything. I was out there doing some suspension work, and I was doing some filming. You know, like every time I come around the corner, I just about ran into somebody, so it's a little bit difficult. So hopefully today is not as bad being a Wednesday, but yeah, you never know. Everybody might have the same idea I did. It's sunny out, you know, I can't go to work today. I got to go out and do some riding, so it could be a zoo out here today. But it's going to be fun. Looking forward to go out and do some riding. Again, probably tweak the suspension here a little bit, see if I can make some improvements on it, and just have a good day. So I'll be getting to the track here really shortly. So yeah, we'll see you there. Doing a little bit of riding today. It's actually quite muddy there. It hasn't rained in a while, but I think it's just been so darn cold, nothing's dried up there. So they just got done grading a motocross track, but it's still really muddy, so I'm going to wait a little bit before I get out on that. But yeah, a lot of the trails unfortunately are just underwater still. I just don't remember it raining, but I think there, when it did there several days back, it just probably hasn't, you know, dried any. So not too bad. We got a little bit of a route here we can go. It's kind of fun. One of their big hills here that I like going up to and play. Although a tree fell down in the middle of the darn thing, so you got to do a little bit of, do a little bit of going through there. So get out this thing. It's a little muddy, but yeah, the suspension's working really good. I gotta tell you, the throttle tamer I put on this thing, which is like a progressive throttle, really helps this dirt bike. This thing just got, you're kind of like either no throttle or all throttle there for this particular bike. Obviously for motocross racing, they're on it, you know, you're on full throttle all the time. And, you know, out here doing this stuff, that's not typically what you want, or certainly as slow as I am, you know, it doesn't work too well. So it sits there and you know, like you first half the throttle, it only opens up the throttle about 30%, so you get a lot more control, a lot more low speed. You can give it the gas, it's just not snapping and that kind of stuff. But there, you know, the second half of the throttle is normal throttle, so if you feel like you want to go out and, you know, yank your hands off your wrist or something like that, you can do it. Just trying to find a way. This guy came through this way here. It was a little muddy last time I went, so trying to find a way through here that's not so bad. Oh yeah, this is much better. But you can even feel it when you give it the gas like that. It's just it's not just snapping at you the whole time, so it makes it a lot nicer to get through here. Yeah, that was a lot better, no mud. So I'm really happy with that. That's going to make this bike a lot more rideable than what it you know, was originally, so it's nice. I got the suspension. I missed out on where I wanted to go. I got the suspension out working good, so that's nice. I got some more adjustments to do. I'm going to make some more today, play with a little bit. I got air forks on this one, and they're, you know, they're 2018 or 2013 air forks, so they're not like the new stuff. So gonna play around with some of the air pressure on that, might be. But I don't know. Fun day out here, just screwing around. Again, we'll see. Hopefully we can get on that motocross track in a little bit. Dries out a little bit, but for now, just getting out here and doing some playing in some of these trails and stuff that aren't too super muddy. Be a fun day, something to do. Beats sitting there at my computer all day at house. I haven't left the house in a while. You know, with all this COVID stuff, I work from home now, so basically just wake up, get on my computer, and then when I'm done on my computer, I either go out in the garage or on Xbox, or that's about it. Kind of how it's been. So yeah, hope you get out here riding and have some fun.